Right, hello guys, and welcome to today's video. And today's video is going to be an AK74u best class setup for here in Black Ops Cold War multiplayer. Okay, in my personal opinion, this SMG is the best SMG in the game right now, possibly due a nerf. It is that overpowered, I believe, in my opinion. And I also think it might be down to one attachment, so we'll see how it goes. But currently I have made a best class up for this gun, because again, this is my favourite SMG in the game, personally, in my opinion. And not only that, I do believe this is the best SMG in the game. But I'm not going to keep you guys too long. First of all, I'm going to show you attachments on my gun that I was using. And first of all, here it is on your screen. So the first thing is the muzzle being the Spetsnaz compensator, the barrel being the 10.3 task force, the underbarrel being the Spetsnaz grip, the handle being the speed tape, and then finally the stock being the KGB skeletal stock. Not sure how you want to pronounce that, but yeah, that's all you need to make the best SMG in my opinion. Yes, I am using these dual wield magnums. They are quite overpowered. Okay, I would level them up and get them to dual wield before they nerf them. They are extremely overpowered. Stim shot, Semtex, and trophy system. Again, this is something that is all personal opinion. And then finally, flat jacket, tac mask, gearhead, scavenger, ghost, and ninja for the perks. But the important thing is here, the attachments on the AK74u. Give this class setup a shot. And not only that, what you're going to be seeing is a 51-8 gameplay using this SMG. And on top of that, it is a non-reverse boosted gameplay. That is something I do state in the video as well, that this is a non-reverse boosted gameplay, because we don't do that here on the channel. But yeah, in the gameplay, I will be talking about why I use these attachments and what makes my setup the best setup for the AK74u, and what makes the AK74u in general just better than every other SMG, and in some situations better than assault rifles at those assault rifle ranges. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and let's get right into today's gameplay. Hello guys, and welcome to the gameplay section of today's video. And this is the part where first of all you get to see the gameplay with my AK74u best class setup to kind of showcase how good this weapon is and show the strengths of the gun. And not only that, this is the part where I'm going to be discussing why I use the attachments that I do on my weapon and what makes these attachments the best attachments for the AK74u, which in my opinion is the best SMG here in Black Ops Cold War. But what you're going to be seeing in the background is a 51-8 gameplay. Not the most impressive gameplay in the world, but as you guys know, I don't reverse boost here on the channel. Any of you guys who are new here to the channel, I don't reverse boost. You can check my comment in the comment section below, which will be a link to my card tracker, as well as like discussing today's video. And then not only that, you guys can search on the card tracker of the opponents I was facing. As you guys saw from the start, one of the people on the enemy team did have a nuke calling card, so I'd like to think he was a pretty good player. Again, I haven't checked the stats of the enemy team personally myself, but these gameplays are not reverse boosted for any of you guys who are new on the channel. Any of you guys here on the channel, you will understand that I don't reverse boost. Now that we got that out of the way though, let's talk about the AK74u and why I believe my setup and my attachments are the best setup for the AK74u, which I believe, again, best SMG in the game. I do believe it's down to one attachment. I'll discuss that in a second. So let's get on with it. Let's talk about the class setup. First of all, you guys will know I was using the Spetsnaz compensator for the muzzle. Now the reason for this gun has a lot of vertical recoil, and we've got a few attachments that are also going to increase the vertical recoil. So to compensate for those attachments and make sure we get those attachments in, we need to reduce the vertical recoil quite drastically. Yes, I could have probably used the KGB eliminator, but personally, I didn't want to have that moving speed going down, and just I think the 10% compared to the 8%, I know it's a minor difference, I just wasn't getting along with this attachment. I don't know why, it's something about it just wasn't quite enough for me. So personally, I went with the Spetsnaz compensator, 12% vertical recoil control, and yes, the minus 8% horizontal recoil control, but the horizontal isn't too bad, okay? This gun kind of balances itself out a little bit, I'd say. It's got a very predictable recoil pattern. So I went with the plus 12%. This is going to reduce your vertical recoil by 12%. And yes, you do lose 8% horizontal. But again, we do fix that with some attachments later on. So yeah, definitely use a Spetsnaz compensator. Next up, most important part of this gun, 10.3 task force. This attachment is what makes this gun overpowered, okay? In my opinion. And I would say overpowered. This SMG is by far and away better than every other SMG. And this SMG can gun some ARs quite incredibly. Like, it's insane how good this gun is at distance. That's one of the key things to this. Most SMGs are not great at distance, but this gun has a lot of things going for it that makes this SMG work at pretty much assault rifle distance, in my opinion. But you get the 41 damage, the 11.3 effective damage range, and the bullet velocity going all the way up to 873. So you get plus 8%, plus 50%, plus 75%. Yes, you get some incredible recoil like reductions, well, increases. So we lose 20% vertical recoil control, and we get 15% more horizontal recoil control, which is a considerable amount, and you are going to feel it when you use this attachment. But trust me, just learn the recoil pattern with the recoil as it is on this gun, and you will see the massive benefits of the damage of this barrel. This barrel is incredible. Make sure you're using this. Is by far and away what makes this gun the best SMG in the game, in my opinion. Next up, underbarrel, Spetsnaz grip. Like I said a second ago, we had attachments to reduce the recoil, and this is one of those attachments. Yes, you lose 30% of your shoot move speed, which is going to be, you're going to feel it's going to be quite slow, but the strafe speed in this game in general is quite slow, and you're still going to be faster at strafing while shooting than assault rifle. So in my opinion, not a big problem, as long as you can move side to side anyway, and you'll still be like moving faster and strafing faster than assault rifles. So it's a good, in my opinion, not a big trade-off for the trade-offs that you do get, which is better vertical recoil control and a massive reduction to the horizontal recoil control. Because again, we want to stabilize that recoil. Can't have too much recoil in this gun, otherwise there's no point using it. You got to make sure you're hitting your shots. So yeah, definitely use a spec nose grip. In my opinion, helps them tremendously with the vertical control and the horizontal recoil control. Next up, the handle, speed tape. Only a 10% bonus, so only taking it from 300 to 270 milliseconds. But the benefit of the speed tape is, it is just a bonus to attachment, okay? There is no negatives to this attachment. Once you put this attachment on, that's it. All you're getting is an effective bonus. There's no negatives, there's no losing your sprint out time, nothing. Yes, it could be quite easy to use a serpent wrap and have that take the hit of the 10% extra sprint to fire time. But personally, I think the sprint to fire time is quite important. Again, this is an SMG. You want to be making sure that you are being able to sprint and fire in certain situations quicker than you'd want to. Because, again, it is an SMG. You want to have that benefit of it being an SMG, being able to sprint and fire quicker than assault rifles. Again, once people put those attachments on, when they get to like the stocks and stuff that reduce their sprint to fire time, they're going to be having better sprint to fire time than you, and you don't want to be doing that. You don't want to be letting the assault rifles beat you in situations where the SMG should shine. So in my opinion, definitely use the speed tape. Best attachment for the handles, in my opinion. And then finally, last bit is the stock. We go with the KGB skeletal stock. Not sure how you want to pronounce that, but this gives you a 30% reduction to sprint to fire time, which again, just like I talked about, you want to be making sure this is an SMG. You want to be making sure that this is an SMG that's benefiting in SMG situations. Yes, I've made it as well to work where it works in assault rifle. I'd say assault rifle ranges where like the medium range, the long range, ranges that shouldn't really be working for this gun. But again, this is an SMG that's got more bullet velocity than most other SMGs as a base SMG, and obviously we've increased that as well, so that's going to help in those situations at the longer distance. But not only that, having a sprint to fire time is going to make it very good up close. So we've got this gun covered. We've got it covered for the up close, the medium, and the long range. And then this does also have an aim walking movement speed bonus, which again is fantastic. What this is going to do is this is going to help you strafe around corners and just be able to essentially pre-aim and just go around corners, strafing, having your gun up ready and not moving too slowly. You're not going to be like stuck for like 4 hours trying to walk around a corner or strafe around a corner. You're going to be able to have your gun up, go for a doorway or something, and just strafe around that corner perfectly fine without any penalties, really. So yeah, that is my AK74u best class setup. I believe this is the best SMG in the game. This is my favorite SMG in the game right now as well. I do expect this gun to get a nerf. I feel like it is one of those guns that might get hit with a nerf. It is just a little bit, how would I put it? It's just a little bit better than other SMGs. Realistically, I'd like to see other SMGs buffed to make them as good as this gun. But I do believe this is going to be more likely a case of this gun's going to get nerfed compared to the other SMGs getting buffed. But there are SMGs that definitely need a buff right now, such as the Milano. I think the Bullfrog might be in a good place. It could still possibly do with another buff, in my opinion. I'm not sure on that one. It's a bit of an iffy one with that. But there's a lot of guns in the SMG category that just don't compete too much. But the AK74u competes with assault rifles at assault rifle ranges. So I think that's what makes it stand out more than anything. You guys who play Warzone probably won't agree, as you guys know, like the Warzone guns are a lot different. So I wouldn't say this is something you'd want to use for Warzone. Still a good gun in Warzone, but the MAC-10 is by far and away the best SMG in Warzone right now, and I'm sure a lot of people know that. But we're not here to discuss Warzone. This is for multiplayer. This is a multiplayer best class setup for the AK74u. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you try out my class setup. If there's anything you're going to learn from this video, is one thing is make sure if you do change any attachments that you do not change the 10.3 task force barrel. Okay, I believe that is what makes this gun so overpowered in my opinion, and makes it basically better than assault rifles in some situations at those assault rifle ranges. It is an insane gun, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Hope you enjoyed today's gameplay in the background. Again, a non-reverse boosted 51-8 gameplay with my AK74u best class setup. Give this class setup a shot. Try it out, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe notifications on. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Goodbye.